This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Brian Edward Hill, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
There's a thin line between heroism and madness.
Here the line fades to nothing at all.
This is a world of Capes and Lunatics.
And nothing is off limits.
He's back. What are they doing over there? What else do we got? What are they doing? There. Yeah, lots of news. I want to hit some comics. Hopefully I get to run the show tonight. All right, let's get started. Capes and Lunatics.
Wait, you do? You run the show sometimes? I didn't know that.
Well, not last week. Capes and Lunatics, episode 124 starts right now. Hello and welcome to the Capes and Lunatics. I am Phil. Joining me as always, the stash in Jersey.
Sally, the Professor Essa.
And she who lives in darkness in the south.
Yes, comfortably back in my black void. It's Will Hellfire.
I know. We could all see her last week. I don't know why you hide.
And with.
I like it better. It's late. I got like the face mask going and rollers.
You got like a makeup thing on.
Yeah, like a beauty treatment. It's late.
Turn the camera.
I'm in my pajamas. No, hell no.
Why? No one will recognize you with that face mask on. That face treatment.
Toodaloo!
Hello!
But no, there is so much freaking comic book news. It's ridiculous.
Oh, let's get to the big story.
You knew everybody was going to crumble because Spider-Man is a cash cow.
Guess who's back? Back again. Spidey's back.
Not that he ever really left. I think it was all a freaking ploy.
They were in the middle of negotiations, and people just started to report on it before they were done.
Exactly.
Yeah, well,
but Sony makes terrible life choices. They might as well be Tony Stark. So we were all worried.
Was the report I saw accurate? Where they, I guess, what is it? They have to chip in like 25% towards the production or whatever, but then they get like 25% of the profits or whatever.
Yeah, which is really all Marvel asked. Really, all they really wanted was just to get put in and get back.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure. They said they wanted 50, but they offered 50. And the counter offer is 25, and Sony just got all whiny, and then Marvel said, "Well, we really don't need Spider-Man, believe it or not."
Well, that's what I said. Like 50 was probably like their opening negotiation, knowing they weren't going to get 50. They're like, "Let's throw out 50," and if they say 40 when we only won 30, hey.
There you go. They got it down to 25 because 25 is better than 10, and it's
25% of $1 billion,
exactly.
But that's the average Marvel MCU movie. So,
and the most important part for Marvel, as I've always said, was the creative control.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want Sony ruining their brand.
That's what I was going to say. They just don't want them pooping on the Spider-Man brand. Yeah.
Well, exactly. Because at the end of the day, Sony can hurt Spider-Man. They can't hurt Spider-Man for long, but they could hurt Spider-Man. And it's much better because they have a very tight contract with Sony, but that contract about what Sony can do with Spider-Man still gives them enough room to make that Spider-Man. So it is better for them to fix it now. And, they made a deal. They said, look, we're going to do all the hard work. All we want to do is put in money and get a decent return. And it was a no-brainer that eventually.
Because I know they said they're going to get one more solo Spider-Man movie, and then I guess Tom Holland's going to appear in some other MCU movie somewhere down the line. So, probably whatever group thing they do.
Yeah, they'll keep him around.
But the summer of 2021 is going to be very interesting. The Batman comes out June 2021, and then July 2021 is when I guess the next Spider-Man movie is supposed to come out.
Yeah. Are we really going to get another Batman film?
That Rob Pattinson one, yeah. I mean,
I'll believe it when they start.
The question you should be asking is, are we ever really truly going to get a Flash movie? That's the question we need answered. Because it's like, really, we got Grant Gustin. We don't, and we got John Wesley Shipp still alive. Do we really need another Flash at this point? My answer is no. Goodbye, Ezra.
well, if they can get an original story, which it seems like they weren't getting, they're like, oh, it's going to be completely different from the TV show. Then anything they threw out was like just like the TV show.
Yeah, so it's just like, we have the TV show.
The TV show works, so. If it's working, why get rid of it? It's just, and yeah, there's only so many different ways you can adapt a character, which is why I think
it's called Wally West, which is okay.
Exactly.
I think DC's decision to have both TV and movie unconnected property is a bad idea. It's a bad idea.
I don't like, as much as I love Grant Gustin, he's not like, I don't know that I see him every week. I don't know that I would like pay to see him in a movie.
I would pay to see.
Arg me, matey.
Yeah, like you pay.
The demographic that they're shooting for with that, it's me.
Like you, I was gonna say, like you pay.
Yeah, I mean, either my friends in China hook me up, or some poor schmuck, takes me out. It's whatever.
All right. Speaking of DC movies, there's a lot of stuff there.
God.
So, do we want to speak of the Joker controversy? People worried about violence.
It's media BS. Okay, this is PR classic spin 101. Get the incel panties in a bunch, like whatever.
Well, here's the question: do you think that DC is stoking what if people turn violent at the Joker movie just because they want that bad publicity and they know that,
which is in bad taste in light of the Aurora shooting? It's just like, it's not like we don't have a history of it. I don't know.
I don't know. I get the feeling that they're kind of feeding into they're kind of turning into that incel skid with their movie, that they kind of know that they've been adopted by an unsavory group and they want to get that unsavory group to come out and see their film.
So you're saying they're going with the take of, look at this oppressed white man.
Those bleeding heart liberals don't want you to see this movie yet. Make America Great Again with the Joker.
Oh, jeez.
That's the marketing campaign.
I mean, that is kind of a theme of the movie, so I don't know. It's weird. Like, this whole thing is just PR 101, and I'm not falling for it. Everybody else might be, but it's just like, whatever.
It just sounds like it could be like a decent serial killer movie, but it doesn't scream Joker movie to me.
Like, I just don't want this movie to be like a success, because then they're gonna put it into the damn comic book and make it canon, and then it's just freaking Batman in the blue suit all over again.
What, Charlie?
I said, if it's actually successful, because
it's a comic book movie, not for normal comic book people, I believe is how they're pitching it.
Yeah, I could see the.
Yeah, I don't think that means it's going to be successful.
It's art. They're looking for critical acclaim. They're looking for Joaquin Phoenix to be their next Heath Ledger.
I could see the attraction, just that it's like it's not connected to anything else, so people can just walk in off the street and not have to have had watched the last 20-some movies, or
Yeah, I don't think that's a good marketing plan to start with.
Well, that's DC's plan.
I think it's
the opposite of the MCU, though. So that's what they do.
It's going to do mediocre art house fare, and is going to suffer from a major backlash, and probably will disappoint both comic book fans and non-comic book fans alike.
It's going to be another.
I don't think it's going to disappoint the non-comic book fans. That's my whole point.
Yeah, people who don't know comics, I could see it not disappointing them.
I mean, a lot of people, no offense to Gotham, a lot of people really like, Cameron's take on
except
the Joker.
That, like I said, it's basically a remake of a De Niro film.
But it's really not. De Niro has a very small role in it, just super small.
I hear things.
Yeah, well, no, it's not a De Niro film, but it's plain. Look,
De Niro.
I haven't seen the film. I haven't read the script. you know, unlike Ms. Little Hellfire, who's probably already seen it 4 times. But you know, if she would subject herself to that, I don't know. But, you know, I just don't think art house people are going to respond to it at the end of the day, because I think that its central message is going to bother people. Whether it's, you know, playing into the mentally ill or violent concept, or whether it's, yeah, you should throw off the oppression of the world of, you know, bullies picking on you because you need to do whatever you need to do. Is, you know, there's a lot of things that I think are going to, at the end of the day, fight back at it, push back at it. That I think it's going to hurt it in the box office, and I don't think it's going to have the comic book fan base.
All I'm gonna say is, can I even say this without like kind of like spoiling the central themes of this movie? I don't know. I'll just keep that one to myself. I think that's too much of a spoiler if I say what the movie reminds me of and how, like, over time that movie has mutated and grown. But it was also based on a book, so I don't know. That might have something to do with it.
Here's Johnny.
I'll put it out there. It's kind of like Fight Club, kind of, sort of, where it's definitely gonna have its fans, but they're gonna misinterpret that message.
They missed the point of it.
Yeah, because it's like when you call somebody a snowflake, you know, actually Tyler Durden was talking about you, not the person you're calling a snowflake. I'm just saying. Total whoosh moment for a lot of people.
Well, it's the same people, you know, back in the day who Archie Bunker went right over their heads, and they're just like, yeah, he's right, you know.
Oh yeah. But it will have its fans and some mediocre success.
So,
which is all DC can hope for now.
So we're gonna do that for a review next week.
I don't know if Charlie wants to pay the money.
Yeah,
October 4th.
Next weekend.
Yeah, I'll go see it at least once.
Okay, then maybe Sunday or something we'll review it.
Yeah.
We don't have to subject the rest of our friends to it. They'll hate us.
I mean, maybe Tyler will want to see it, yeah.
I mean, hey, Maz wants to see it.
Oh, does Maz wants to see it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Maz is a real art house guy, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So he's excited about the concept, you know. He's not a comic book nerd, but, you know.
Which is why we love him.
Hey, that would be nice. We can get the perspective of someone who doesn't read the comics, what he thinks of the movie.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm willing to give it the benefit of a doubt. You know, I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know from a marketing perspective if it's going to have the box office that they're hoping.
It's not. I mean, look when it's coming out. It's like, October surprised my butt.
Okay. Let's guess. Well, what do you guys think it's going to do opening weekend? Is it going to do 50 million?
I say it's lucky to do 35.
I don't know how the numbers actually work out, but I guarantee you it's not number 1. It'll be number 2, but it won't be number 1.
Why? What's out next week? Does anyone know what's out? Else is out next weekend?
It's October. I have no idea what's out.
I'm just saying. I wonder if it
Halloween movies or
maybe.
what?
I don't know unless I look it up. But it's just like I wonder if if it could be number 1, just if it's like a slow weekend. You know, if there's not like a lot of new.
Oh, they're only projecting. Wait, let me see. Wow, that's so many contradictory projections.
It all depends on what's out, but if it's competing with anything, it won't be number 1.
Let's see. Oh, Rambo: Last Blood.
Oh, well, that's already out, isn't it?
Is it?
Isn't that already out? Or is that Rambo's opening?
Okay, they're projecting between 76 and 88 million. I say it doesn't even do that.
Oh, what?
I say it doesn't. Like I said, I feel like it's going to be lucky to do 35, 40 million at this rate.
The Abominable, like a kids movie that Downton.
Oh, that one looks so cute.
Yeah.
That one looks so cute. It's like Littlefoot, but made by Ghibli Studios. So it's
Downton Abbey, that Hustlers movie with Jennifer Lopez, Ad Astra with Brad Pitt.
That movie is terrible. I was just like, Brad Pitt, really?
So I'm just saying, for the action, the violence, the only competition in
Rambo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Rambo.
And do I really want to watch 80-year-old Sylvester Stallone? I don't know.
Who, Grambo?
I mean, I like the Expendables. I did. But
Grambo?
Yeah. But the thing is that, trust me, Rambo will beat the Joker. I will promise you that Rambo: Last Blood will beat the Joker.
I mean, as old as Sylvester Stallone is, I could see that, because it's like, you know, Rambo's a known quantity. You know what you're getting with Stallone. With this movie, who knows what you're getting.
Yeah.
besides Will Ferrell.
Yeah, a known quantity that I'm steering clear of until it hits.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. The best thing that ever happened to the Joker was Harley Quinn. If she's not in.
That's not true. I beg to differ. Maybe in the animated universe, yes, but definitely it's the worst thing to happen to him in the comic books.
Well,
You can fight me, nerds.
well, they're just milking Harley for all she's worth lately.
Yeah. Well, and good because she is honestly. I think she's more valuable than the Joker at this point.
What? Well, I've said it before.
That's my honest opinion.
For 13-year-old boys, maybe, but whatever.
Remember between the first and second Deadpool movie, and when you just had like 50 Deadpool comic books every month, that's what they're trying to do to Harley now. On that side,
We'll get there.
Still don't have a Joker comic book.
We don't need it. That's the point, and we didn't need a Harley book either.
Well, they got a lot of mini Joker and Harley miniseries and stuff.
You're not Ruth Tim, and she's just not as good. So
No.
we don't know.
Hasn't been good since the Chester look.
Yeah, so serious.
So what else?
Moving on. What other crazy news did these kids come up
Oh,
with?
do we want to stick with the DC? Did you see for the Batman movie? Supposedly they're in talks with Jeffrey Wright to play Commissioner Gordon.
I mean, I love them, Westworld and all that, but a lot of people got a problem
So
with
the
them.
fanboys going to be up in arms about a black Commissioner Gordon.
But that means, Batgirl's gonna be black too. So
Will he have a
if
mustache?
we get that far,
Yeah, because Jeffrey Wright has facial hair, right? Yeah.
yeah, he can do a
So
mustache.
as long as he has a mustache, that's all anyone cares about.
It's
Preferably a white mustache. To give him a white hair and white mustache, I think he's a perfectly good viewer.
I don't know if you want to give him white hair in the first movie. Maybe if you get to like a third movie.
Yeah, because this is like basically their year one Batman.
Yeah. Especially if they're.
So he might not even have the mustache. I have to remember. Did he have the mustache in the comic books when he made some? Because he's not
Well,
Commissioner
yeah.
Gordon at that
Well,
point.
some versions, remember, it's like red and then.
Yeah, it's like real. Yeah, exactly.
So, Lilith, you mean you don't remember?
They never made Commissioner Gordon shave his mustache. Because he didn't have a mustache.
I mean, Jim didn't have the mustache, and everybody was okay with it. That's all that I'm saying. It's not right. It's not fair. How dare you, sir?
66 Batman. He didn't have a mustache.
Yeah. But it's also probably not the most memorable Commissioner Gordon. So.
What? You have to think back to Batman 66. Come on, people of color were the villains in that show. Nobody better than I. Can't do that in 2019, apparently.
The biggest question I have about the new Batman is Jonah Hill and his wanting to be paid.
No one cares about Jonah Hill. He needs to go eat a piece of cake and shut the hell up.
Oh!
Well,
Like,
look, I have no idea.
do it or don't. It's not my fault your manager gets you crappy movies.
Penguin than a Jonah Hill penguin.
Well, they never said who he was. Everyone was just guessing Penguin. I saw Riddler. I saw Clayface.
Listen, he does not want to do this movie. I don't even know why his manager pitched it to him. It's very obvious to me he does not want to do this movie. So move on. Okay.
Good for it. Oh, Lilith, I was saying if they did Long Halloween, what about Jonah Hill as Alberto Falcone?
He's still a little too young in the face for that, isn't he?
I don't know. Wasn't Alberto supposed to be kind of young? He was like,
40s, I thought. Is how that read.
Wasn't he back from like college or something? Or, he was really in the.
Alberto Falcone, is that like the Fredo of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
I could see him. I could totally see him as a Fredo Falcone.
Basically, they were just like, oh no.
You know what? Honestly, I think that his manager wouldn't have came to him with that. I think it might be Harvey, honestly, is what the part is.
Harvey Dent?
Yeah.
Oh, he'd be bad as Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
That's why I have that feeling. Like, he definitely does not want to do this movie now.
Yeah, if it's Long Halloween, I want to see him. If he has to be in there, I want to see Alberto Falcone. He's like, the rest of the family's like, oh no, college boy, you're not made for this crime life,
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
He just doesn't seem like he's into it. And I don't blame anybody that doesn't want to be a part of, the mess that is DC at this moment. Get out while you can. I don't blame you.
Was that it, or is it a money thing? Because I thought they're supposedly still in talks.
Money.
Well, that's how you say no when you don't want to say no.
Wow.
You don't want to anger Warner Brothers because they do make.
You got to have that relationship.
Well, I just thought maybe the big thing.
But you also don't want to do a Batman film, or the Batman film, which, not for nothing, never before has the word "the" in a film made it seem less entertaining. It's the Batman.
Wow. But I mean,
I'm just saying.
I mean, it is. I don't know. Is it just that he wants more than Pattinson? So
Yeah, and not for nothing, he's in no position. Jonah Hill is not a big enough star to say
he did Wolf of Wall Street and Moneyball. Good for you.
I was gonna say, did he win some awards? Or
No, he hasn't won anything, but he just said it because he worked with Leo. Now he's too good for a comic book movie.
Oh yeah, his head's planted firmly up his butt. Oh yeah, he thinks he's like.
Yeah. I don't care if he's worked with Leo. I don't care. Leonardo DiCaprio is a big enough name that he could take a B role in a film and demand more than the star. I think Nicholson got more than Mr. Mom. Michael Keaton did more than.
Jonah Hill is no Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. It's like, if you're Jack Nicholson, if you are Leonardo DiCaprio, there are certain people where you can say, you know what, we'll pay more for the second lead than we're going to pay our lead because, this is the name we want to have.
Yeah, no, because
Looking at you, Terrence Howard.
Oh my Lord.
Oh, you messed that up real good.
Have you heard Terrence Howard? He's insane. Like they had him on the red carpet.
We in the black community have known that for a long time. Hello, white America. Welcome to the insanity.
I know, white America right here. No, I just heard an interview with him, what was it, last weekend on the red carpet?
On the red carpet. Yeah.
Like his mind open up and he can see different levels of the universe or some mumbo jumbo like that. So yeah, I mean.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why Empire is on this last season. Don't blame Jesse Smollett. Blame Terrence Howard.
I think it's good we got him out of the MCU early because we had him.
Sometimes that's also a way to make someone leave a film that maybe you kind of get the hint. Maybe they're not the guy we want.
Yeah, but
it might not have been.
No, he did that. That was all of his own volition.
He's still crazy right now, and I don't think he's in the middle of anything. Is he?
Well, no, he has his own TV show on Fox, which is his last season. Yeah, and there's those on-set reports about him being a little eccentric too. So.
When you're rich and famous, it's eccentric.
Exactly. Exhaustion and dehydration. Oh, don't miss PR days. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, hey.
Poor Jonah Hill. Get a better manager. That sums it up.
What should I bring up here? Did you see, how Sony's been trying to do these spin-offs of Spider-Man and stuff? Did you see the latest one they're pitching now?
No.
They're pitching a new one?
Yeah. A Madam Web.
Are you going to do Otto?
Madam Web.
Can they do Otto? Or do they have to do Octavia?
Otto, they own Otto.
Otto hasn't been in the MCU, so I don't see why not.
Okay. I mean, he's like a really big villain, though, so,
Yeah, I was going to say,
one of the most...
Sony's permission, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but Sony can use any...
Yeah, Sony can use them, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, so Marvel's doing a Madam Web series.
No, Sony.
Yeah, okay. That's right.
Yeah, I know they're allowed to. I'm just like, why are they doing a Madam Web story?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could be interesting.
Witch, you don't have Scarlet Witch, and you say, well, do we have anybody that's kind of a weird mystic? They didn't say, well, we got Madam Web.
Yeah.
Okay, did she used to be hot?
Well,
yeah, great. Well, it
doesn't matter if she used to be. It's the movie. She's gonna be hot.
No, like someone online was even mentioning too. I mean, what was it, like 2010 or something? I mean, they kind of killed her off and passed her powers on to the second Spider-Woman, Julia Carpenter. So, I mean, they can do a hot Madam Web if they want.
A canon hot Spider-Woman.
They'll do like Agatha Harkness, where it's like, it's her past Agatha Harkness, She's not old like that Sharon Carter who's 42,
Yikes.
Too old to be, it all attractive to anyone but some twisted man like Captain America.
But I'm just like, Madam Web, I'd rather see that Black Cat movie or Silver Sable or Morbius or anything.
Yeah, and really, aren't those...
Morbius, yeah, I'm really surprised they haven't jumped on that.
Yeah, but is that still in the... I know they mentioned it. Is that still in the works with Leto?
I think that fell apart, though.
Huh.
They saw his... Yeah.
His Joker painted it. His Joker painted it.
Anyway.
Oh, but yeah,
Stick to music. Where's my 30 Second Mars new album, Jared Leto? That's all I'm saying. Stick to music, hon.
is he wearing grills with the Joker? He'll be a comic.
Looking like a damn SoundCloud rapper starter kit. Ugh, don't even get me started.
Damn, girl.
Yeah.
All right,
Unfiltered.
I'll save
just
some.
like my apple juice.
I'll save some of the other stuff for super connectivity. But Lilith, did you see the crisis list keeps growing and growing? The people coming to appear on crisis.
They are canonizing Birds of Prey, and I'm just like, that hot mess of a show. If they bring that Harley in, I'm so here for it.
We're getting we're getting Ashley Scott, who played Huntress on Birds of Prey. We're getting what?
Was that the one from the 90s?
No, it was early 2000s.
It was like, yeah, was it 2000,
okay.
2001 or something? Yeah, they only had one season, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, does that mean we'll get Mark Hamill Joker back?
Well, we are getting him as the trickster. No, is he doing the Joker? He's doing Joker with Conroy, right? Didn't we get that confirmed?
I didn't think did we get a announcement of Hamill? Because I don't remember it. Because you'd think that would be
Hamill.
I could have sworn I saw that
in Birds of Prey.
He did the
The Joker's in like the first episode. It's just a scene in the shadows. But
yeah,
it's Mark Hamill.
yeah, just like Batman.
Voice,
in the shadows. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows how big any of these cameos are going to be?
I know.
Well, we know Erica Durance, aka Lois Lane from Smallville, has a substantial role. She's in like almost all the episodes they've been saying.
Yeah, but that,
Tom Welling. Hello.
I heard that's not really as big as everybody's making that to be, though. That part.
Well.
Yeah,
But it's good to have the kids back together. Don't get me wrong. I hope there's a Jonathan Kent out there. That's all I'm saying. If they don't read the comic book, so they don't know. But
well, Jonathan Kent died in Smallville.
Yeah.
No, Little John.
Oh,
Little John.
Yeah.
Because the other Lois and Clark, because we have got at least 3 Supermen in this crossover now.
And he's the only one. Well, no, he's the other one with his Lois. So I feel like they should do the convergence because it would make sense with those two.
Yeah, I wonder what they.
You know what they really should have to tie in with the new HBO film is actually have Dr. Manhattan show up.
Let's not take that with this already. I'm out there.
The HBO series? Yeah, I don't know. That would be tricky.
I'm just saying, with everything else that they're trying to jam into this, you might as well play with modern comic book ideas and say, yeah, look, over there, Dr. Manhattan. Why not?
Yeah, but I just wonder with the whole HBO connection. I mean, yeah, I know Warner's kind of has a hand in all.
That's all Warner's. It's all owned, Lock, Stock, and Barrel by Warner, so they can put it wherever the heck they want.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, well, I guess, yeah. Well, wait. Well, I was gonna say, Watchmen, premieres the end of October, right?
Yeah, and so wouldn't it be a great little tease to have? You don't even to
pump up those HBO Max subscriptions. Way to go, Charlie. Good thinking. Now they're going to totally do it.
Exactly. It's just like, oh, what? Why is this big blue character? Who's that big blue guy over there?
Although he's not technically going to be in that show. It's just set in that universe.
I know, but
so that might be a little big.
All about. Here's the thing. Dr. Manhattan is more powerful as a legend than as a real character.
Is he going to want to show? Yeah, well, I was going to say, is Dr. Manhattan going to show up? CW, he's going to have to wear pants.
Boo!
He wore the Speedos in the comic book.
Yeah, I know.
Banana hammock.
Yeah.
Lilith wants some blue dog.
He even wore juice in the comic book. Really, I think the only time he ever really went around naked was when he was just sort of on his own and in private, And not for nothing, we don't know if he did that when he was not. We don't know if he did that when he wasn't superpowered. He might have just walked around his house naked all the time.
That's true. And I can't.
Not everybody adheres to the theory of fan Philip.
I feel like I'm gonna hate the crisis now, though. Like, I feel like it's too much going on, too much fan service, too many cameos. I need this focus to be on Oliver. I feel like this all needs to be focused and centered on Oliver. This is where it started. It's where it's gonna pretty much end.
I think if it's all just flashes, just blink and you miss it kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I think that
wonder.
Very expensive Easter eggs is what I think we're working towards here.
And aren't we getting isn't the last episode of Arrow after the crisis? So
it is.
I think,
it's basically the crisis is basically Oliver's vehicle too, though. That's why he's not actually going to be in a lot of spoilers. Season 8, because they're building that stupid backdoor pilot for his daughter.
Oh yeah.
Boo! I hate it. Thanks.
Yeah, we're getting the that future storyline. I guess
She's not even Olivia. Like, I just want to scream.
Era spinoff. Yeah.
So what they're doing?
Not enough meat and potato superheroes. I'm tired of the clam fest. I've said it many times. I'm over it.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, the last season and I guess this season now too. They've been doing flash forwards to the future. Yeah, with his and Felicity.
And they're not even bringing in little Connor Hawk. So it's just like, well, that's
really?
one thing I really like. Yeah, it's gonna be her, Juliana Harkavy, and Katie Cassidy Rogers.
So it's gonna be her and the Canaries. Okay.
It's like Birds of Prey without being Birds of Prey. It's the Canaries, yay! Without Katie Lutz. Like, come on, be serious. No, get out of here.
Yeah, well, maybe she'll be on Legends. Oh, did you see? Oh, did everyone see the picture today of
Ray?
Yeah,
I mean, Brandon. Sorry,
Brandon Routh in his Kingdom Come Superman costume.
He looks really great in it, but that's a lot of Photoshop that he does not need. As somebody that's met him in person, just
now,
saying.
are they actually having another Adam in this too?
Yeah, it's Orson Cho from Supernatural as Rachel Cho.
Yeah. It's from the comics. Yeah. I just wonder, are they bringing in a second Adam, Lilith? Because are they going to kill Brandon off, or?
Well, he is leaving Legends this season.
That's what I thought you said. So yeah. So are we doing this to replace? Get a new Adam?
That would be pretty cool too, because we don't really have Asian people in the Arrowverse. So.
No.
Here's a question for you: do you think they're going to use smallification as a key to getting between universes, sort of in echoing, Endgame kind of time heist concept?
Well, I just wonder if the point of the crisis, like in the comics, is are we gonna shrink it?
We have to be, because Black Lightning is showing up in the crisis. I'm assuming we're merging on the Earth. So
at least the shows we watch every week, yeah.
Yeah, and they say Cisco's definitely got the big part of what he did in the comic books is actually going to happen on screen. So,
what, he's going to die?
Cisco, the villain that he had to fight? They're saying that's going to be a pretty much prominent thing in the Flash episode of the Crisis.
Cisco?
Yeah.
What do you do in Crisis?
I forget the name of the villain right now, but it'll come to me. Anyway.
But no, I was going to say, so, I mean, if they're bringing a new Adam, are they going to kill off Ray Palmer and then, like, Brandon can...
I don't think they're going to kill him off. I think they're going to... Him and his wife's character are going to have a happily ever after. And they're more than welcome to come back, which they never do. Looking at you, Keanu.
I wonder if they're going to kill off Ray Palmer, but then anytime Brandon wants to show up, he can come back as Kingdom Come Superman, maybe?
Oh, that would be dope. Because technically it's not the Superman from the movie.
Exactly. So just like
although we do have Superman and Tyler, so I don't know. It's all confusing.
Well, and just be like Tyler and have him maybe reoccur once a year or something,
Yeah. That would be pretty cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
The Superman he deserved, not the Superman that he got.
Yeah, I hope they give him a good script this time, just so he can redeem that, It wasn't him, it was that script. They wanted him to be...
Well, no, I want you to be Christopher Lee!
Wanted that...
Stop!
They're like...
This is a direct sequel.
I guess we'll...
But you have to watch the director's cut. God,
Christopher Reeve, you'll do, kid.
I like that Superman. I thought it was okay. I just didn't like him getting shot in the eye. And also, crystals don't work like that.
Well, it's kind of prophetic that Kevin Spacey was our villain.
Open secrets are open secrets.
Oh, you're gonna get us back into our Bill Cosby talk from last week.
Oh.
All right, we want to talk.
Scroll down.
I know. You want to talk some comics?
Yes, let's do it.
Sure.
Bill's Comics Corner.
I just have to pitch this indie book really quick. Okay. Not really an indie book, but it's image, but
probably a metallic crystal.
Well,
sorry, this is asking how you make a kryptonite bullet, and really the molecular structure of kryptonite is really always up for debate.
It's easy.
Because sometimes originally it's actually like a meteorite.
It's Tristan election.
And then they got it being very crystalline, but still you're like using it like metal all the time.
He'll never explain sex to him, but he'll tell him about the molecular structure of kryptonite.
Speaking of sex, that's actually the name of the book. No, actually, it's called Safe Sex. It's by Tina Horn with art by Michael Dowling. If you like sex criminals, this might be the book for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can you explain the concept or?
Okay. So it's like America in like a couple years where sexuality is just like all tied up in bureaucracy and like super police, and it's about these like the LGBT, this little LGBTQ plus group of people working to like defeat them. And they have this really cool underground club called Dirty Mind. And yeah, it's definitely not safe from work. So, just gonna throw that out there, but
So
I thought it was cute and funny because I like sex criminals. So
was this the first issue then?
yeah, issue number 1.
Okay, cool.
The art's really good though. I like Michael Dowling.
And
So if you like the comics, like if you know of Unfollow and Death Sentence, that's what Dowling worked on. So if you know, you know.
who's writing it?
Tina Horn.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was cute and funny and something for everybody. There's so little books with like representation for the LGBTQ community. So I thought, bring it up. Moving on, no big deal. Back to your stupid big 2 books.
Oh, actually, Lilith.
Yeah.
Did you pick up Jughead Time Cop this week?
Sure did.
So is this like Jughead Cable? That was like this.
Yes, that's exactly. Yes.
Okay. I got a couple of books I'm like gonna get that I didn't get this week because sometimes I get them like the next week. I may have to put in for Jughead Time.
You might want to wait for the trade though. Honestly, it's.
I can't wait. I'll forget by then.
Oh, that's true. But no, like I said, I've been enjoying the series, and that's actually the very perfect way to describe it. I would say like Jughead, kind of a timey-wimey vibe, but yeah, Cable. That's how you get the comic book nerds. Cable.
Well, I'm gonna say you look at the cover, you go, oh, why is Cable in Jughead Time Cop? Oh, it's Jughead Cable.
Oh my lord, Kid Cable.
No.
That is no.
We don't talk about Kid Cable.
Jughead.
I mean,
too bad. Technically, Archie's more involved with WB than they are with Disney, but because they're always doing crossovers with Warner Brothers properties.
Spend some cheddar.
I'd love to see Squirrel Girl and Betty.
They're creative, man.
I'm just saying.
Good lord. Oh, hey, Lilith, did you know Charlie wants to talk a DC book this week?
What in God's creation in DC could he ever want to talk about?
Action Comics.
Naomi!
15.
Oh.
Did you read it, love?
No, of course not. Stop asking!
I thought maybe you'd read the Naomi issue, though. Because
even that couldn't.
No, not even though you enjoyed her series, that didn't get you in.
I'm waiting on something more substantial.
Oh.
And for what it's worth, David Walker did not write
Yeah, it's Bendis.
But he did endorse it. He because the only reason I picked it up was because David Walker put on his Facebook page, "Hey, Naomi's in Action Comics coming up. This takes place just after the events of the last issue." So I said, "Well, now."
Oh, and I mean, even when we talked to him on Super Connectivity 250, scroll down, didn't he say that he talked to Bendis about about it, and I guess Bendis was like saying to him, "Hey, do you mind if I do this, this, and this?" And he was like, "David."
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Well, they are best friends.
I don't know if they're best friends, but I know they're friends.
I think they're really.
Oh yeah, they're good friends.
Maybe not best friends. Maybe they're like best.
I just don't want to
friends,
speak for him. Yeah.
It's David. It's Michael.
I think those two guys, I think they work together very well. And I think that they feel that their relationship is good. Yeah, and I kind of see a little me and Miles dynamic there. Yeah, sure.
Did Charlie just call himself a Bendis?
Bendis. Now we know. That whole Tony Stark thing, that was just all subterfuge. I see you, Charlie.
Bendis.
That story. I still don't like it, but like I said, I think that my honest opinion is that other people put more weight on it than Bendis intended, and I think that's the curse of Bendis. It's like he got to be such a big name when he says, "Oh, I got a crazy idea for an Iron Man story," and then it's like, "Oh, wow, okay, well, let's hype the heck out of it." And then it's like, well, no, I just had a normal story. I was just going to write a normal Iron Man story. You know, wasn't trying to upend the entire Marvel universe with it. I just wanted to say, oh, what if his mom was like a rock star? You know, wouldn't that be cool? He's kind of rock star like.
But Charlie, as someone who doesn't regularly read Action Comics, did you like this one?
You know what I liked best about it? It really felt like something out of the Wonder Comics imprint.
Yeah.
We get Jen.
Oh yeah, we get
in it.
cameo from the Wonder Twins. Yeah.
But they actually make like several references. Oh, you should meet Jen and Jaina, you know. And you got the whole thing about like, Naomi's like, yes, my parents sent me away from my dying world. And it was like, me too. And Batman says, yeah, my parents were murdered too. It's like, okay.
Yeah, because
we're all bonding over our superhero origin.
Lilith basically Naomi comes to Metropolis, meets Superman and Batman. She's like, basically, I came to tell you guys, from the end of her series. Yeah, this guy from the Earth I come from is trying to break through, and so I just wanted to let you know.
Maybe I should tell somebody.
Yeah.
You guys can
not keep it secret.
Yeah, no,
okay.
actually, someone keep in their head. Yeah. And then,
but of course, then they got to go run off and deal with Leviathan.
Well, that's what Superman was going to do, but then he gets ambushed by the new Bendis Menace, Red Cloud. So I guess Naomi's going to help Superman with Red Cloud next issue.
I mean, I hope so. That'd be nice.
That's what I thought the plan was.
I mean, I hope she's back next issue. I don't know.
Red Cloud, the woman who can turn herself into a red mist.
Oh my!
Hey, that's the red kryptonite mist. That's the bad.
I don't think they've said it's kryptonite, but I don't think they have it. I don't think he's expressed. I don't think he said either way yet, but it's.
Bendis. Well, but you know what? Well,
it's some newfound mineral from Krypton. It's not
which
kryptonite.
means that it's always kryptonite based.
You know what? If it's Bendis, he's just going to build him up, and then tie it up real quick.
And for what it's worth, the idea that omnipotent super beings like that are vulnerable to like super tiny attacks is something that kind of is not an odd idea. I remember when they did the Hyperion series over at Marvel recently, and like the guy who was taking them out was the guy who just conjured like a billion worms to fight you, and it's like yeah, it's not damaging, but it's like yeah, a billion of them all at once, that actually kind of hurts.
Well, yeah, I mean,
so if you're a myth, you can't punch a myth, and it gets in your lungs. Yeah, that could be really, really, that could really hurt.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's like it's like in the 90s. I mean, in the JLA book, Grant Morrison in the Rock of Ages storyline had the Atom ride light waves into like Darkseid's brain and just like get in his brain and start just tearing up Darkseid's brain.
Punching stuff.
What?
Punching.
Well, yeah, it's like Darkseid standing there. He's like, "Oh, I got a force field, nothing can get through." Well, and the Atom's like, "Well, I can see you, so obviously light's getting through your shield."
Yeah. Well, not for nothing.
Stupid Darkseid doesn't know how light works. And they call him the DC version of Thanos.
That's what he has people for.
The Molecule Man tried that trick in Secret Wars, where he hardens the air around him into an impenetrable shield. And Captain Marvel said, it's actually a transparent shield, which means light can pass through it. And then she goes in and she grabs him, but she doesn't realize that he's still all stitched up and getting gutted by Wolverine. So he's just like, I'm dying, don't kill me more. He's like, oh man, I didn't know it was that bad.
So it's safe to read. I'm not going to be angry or upset.
No, I mean, why for Naomi? I think Naomi's written. No, yeah. Naomi's written well. I think, right, Charlie?
Okay.
You know what I'll tell you is that it's kind of neat seeing her meet Superman and Batman, because you kind of get, when she does her story, she's like the only superpowered person in it, and you kind of get this idea of her being this super, this totally DA 100% Supergirl, and then, or Superwoman, and then once she flies to Metropolis, she realizes, I've never really flown that much before. And he gets a very Greatest American Hero vibe. Where she's not quite sure how to land. It's like, wait, how do I land? And
but I mean, I do.
Superhero landing, of course.
I feel like that they actually played her smart. She's like, there could be this, other dimensional threat coming. So I figured I would come and talk to you guys and tell you, hey, something's, it's coming. I might need help.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I thought that was
Or
really
yeah,
great. And
to Superman, and then Batman just showed up.
And I like that, Superman is just so nice. He's just preternaturally nice, and then he cleans up the mess. That's okay. I do this all the time.
He's supposed to be.
And,
He's supposed to be the nice guy. Don't let the DCEU fool you. That's how he's supposed to be.
But I like the fact that the road coach guy's like, "Oh, you cleaned my grill again." That's the flavor saver, Clark. Don't you understand?
Yeah, Metropolis is definitely New York. Definitely New York.
So yeah, but that was lovely, and but then Batman's actually not a bad guy either. Both Batman and Superman come off as really decent human beings. In fact, I think Superman says, "Oh, Batman has more experience dealing with people, right?"
Yeah.
Not very well, to be honest. Let's all be honest. He doesn't deal with them well. He just has volume.
Batman has experience dealing with people your age, and so he'll send you to his butler.
Well, he's old people too.
Alfred will give her a good backhand.
Young people and old people, he's really good with. It's just his age people.
His peer group.
Outside of his own generation.
Both others.
Speaking of men outside of their own generation, did anyone read Captain America this week?
I thought we were going to say that for Super Connectivity, you fool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, save it for Super Connectivity.
Doesn't read it, so yeah, let's save it for Super Connectivity.
Sorry, I just thought I had a nice.
I know, but I was going to switch to another DC book, Charlie. I know you didn't read it yet. I know you're thinking about getting it. Lilith, did you read Harleen #1?
I actually did. I was just curious, out of sheer morbid curiosity.
What did you think?
The better of the Harley stuff that I've read, but it's probably because I'm not really very familiar with the writer.
Yeah, me neither. But I mean, I know Tyler said this is his favorite Black Label book so far.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. I did ask you all if anyone had gotten. And Tyler
said it right in the chat.
And I swear, I swear,
Tyler said it in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't think you said you got it. Maybe I missed that. Okay, so maybe that was my bad. I was at the.
We're busy HR professionals, Philip. Okay, we can't see every message in the group
Okay, well
chat.
then don't yell at me that you didn't see it. But I mean, the art is.
No, but it just seems like everybody got, and I would have gotten it because I was really.
The art is beautiful in this. I mean, that Batman Damned, I thought it was too murky and stuff, but I mean, yeah, the art in this is just incredible.
Oh no!
This is coming back to me.
It's
worked on something Aquaman related, I think.
Okay. Oh,
No, but the story was really good. I just was like, oh, why can't they write Harley like
and
this
it's like an
all the
update.
time?
And it's like the updated version of her origin, which we never got a really detailed origin for her. So I mean, it works.
Of course not. She's there for man pain. Why
What
would we?
being in the animated
Objectification.
series and stuff?
So let me ask you this: are they dealing with the idea that maybe Harley was kind of a little bit half a bubble off level to start, and that
psychologist? I kid.
The Joker manipulates her into being Harley. It's that she sort of maybe manipulates Joker to gain access to the world. Kind of a, sort of, if you think about Patsy Walker, how when she realized that superhero comics were the wave of the future, kind of said, I gotta become a superhero. It sort of manipulates her way into being a superhero so that she could stay relevant.
I think it's more, Lilith, would you agree that I think it's it's fear, and eventually the fear makes her crack. Again, it's only the first issue, but because she said even before she has to work with the Joker, I mean, she runs into him and Batman in the middle of the street, and she keeps having nightmares about him and stuff. And
but this kind of proves that her and Pam or Poison Ivy are kind of meant to be. They're kind of more the soulmates because they have so much more in common.
And I mean, she didn't. I mean, the way they painted, she didn't have a healthy relationship with men, so.
Of course not. How could she if she ended up?
That's what I'm saying. So that's how they're trying to explain she was with the Joker, that she didn't have a healthy, ever relationship with a man, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I guess
it's only number one.
Well, they said in the flashback she got a reputation because she slept with one of her college professors. So I guess there's a history of men of power taking advantage of her and stuff.
Yeah, I want a Harley that doesn't get taken. I want a Harley that is well aware of what she's doing and why she's
Yeah, but I think the modern take on Harley is like, she spends however long in an abusive relationship with the Joker, and then she gets out and basically is like, empowers herself eventually.
Well, just because you make a deal with the devil doesn't mean you don't get burned.
Yeah.
So I can see her making a deal with the Joker and getting access to whatever it is that she really wanted, and then really realizing that this was a bad deal. But I think that you can do both stories. I don't think it has to be. I guess I just don't. I don't want Harley to be a victim, but maybe that's mostly because it makes me sad for her to be a victim. I want her to be.
Well, I don't think this story is necessarily in continuity too, right, Lilith? So I mean, it could end.
Oh, just give it a second, because isn't technically Old Lady Harley still kind of sort of in play? Just give it a minute. Let it sell enough books, and it's going to be
every week, and it's on my phone now.
But I mean, I don't know. I could see her saying, I just played along so I can get into your head, Joker. And, like I said, they don't have to necessarily follow the original Harley storyline in this. None of this Black Lady stuff's like in continuity, so.
But $8. I didn't even complain once. I was like, $8. I was like, $8.
Oh no, like I said, I enjoyed this better than the Batman Damned issues.
Yeah. No pumped up, inflamed, insensitive, speedos and what.
Remember medical terms.
Dong is a medical term. Dong is a medical term. Fight me, nerds.
But yeah, you should. I don't know. Yeah, if you want to spend the $8,
That's what I told him. I said,
I
warned him about the price, but I'm like, if he did get it, I think he would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I actually really want to get it. I would have got. I mean, I was really like, holding my breath on the price because it is a pricey book. But I was like, oh man, if I had gotten like everyone said, yeah, get it, we'll talk about it this Friday, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'll totally get it then. I'll totally read it.
I just didn't want to pressure you to get an $8 book. I'm just like,
yeah.
No, I understand that.
Can we talk about the real tragedy in DC this week?
What?
What the hell happened to Red Hood and the Outlaws? It is like steadily in decline.
You're the villain happened, the Red Hood.
God, I can't. I'm so sad.
Lex Luthor hired them to train his like villains in training or whatever.
This is not what Jason Todd got beat to death with a crowbar for. Okay, people.
Damn. What, Charlie?
Wait. I'm sorry. Lex Luthor hires Jason Todd to train villains.
Yes.
So they're making Jason Todd the Taskmaster of the DCU?
I guess that's what Lex is trying to do. Basically, Lex is like, you were trained by Batman, so hey, why don't you share these skills with my people?
Okay. Jason Todd isn't really a villain, though.
Well,
right?
He's an anti-hero.
Like, Taskmaster has, like, mental brain damage that makes him be a villain.
Red Hood's kind of like a little bit an anti-hero, and he's kind of playing it undercover right now, right, Lilith? Like, he's letting the world think he's a villain.
Yeah. It's kind of
undercover.
No, he's not.
He's kind.
They're ruining all of the Bat family on purpose for whatever reason. I don't know, so that we can think the Batman's a masterpiece. Maybe I don't know.
No, but they showed Artemis and Bizarro in this issue this week. But I mean,
finally,
they were still lost in the multiverse or something.
I mean, who wrote this? Bendis? I don't want to deal with them. Send them off somewhere.
No, it's still what's his face, right?
I know. I'm just saying, like, God, if you don't want to deal with the character, then maybe not sign up for the book that has Red Hood and the Outlaws. It's not just Red Hood, it's and the Outlaws.
Well, they did change the title, Red Hood Outlaw.
Singular, I know.
There you go. Oh, hey, you know what was a fun DC book this week for me anyway?
Across the Scoobyverse?
You guys, but Justice League Dark, right there. Spectre Chimp on the cover.
Well, if he knew he was going to do it.
Hey, it's on my pull. If it's out, I read it because I like Dark Justice. Justice League Dark.
Yeah, because that's the only DC book on your pull list, right?
Is it the
These days, I thought.
Yeah, it's the only DC book on my pull list right now. Yeah. What's your question, Tristan? Because he's not magical. For magical people. Also.
He just heard the word dark.
Yeah, she's the son of Zeus or the daughter of Zeus. So. It's not like he doesn't have a couple of those laying around, so
Couple hundred million.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. There's this whole thing about Hecate, and Diana realizes that what's his name? Diana realizes that Circe has actually been playing her the whole time, and is trying to basically, take over the magical universe, as part of the Year of the Villain. And they try to access the green, and then Woodrow, who's now the Flower King, Parliament of Flowers, are not happy that he ate their flower child.
Trying to access the green. They legalize that.
I'm sorry, what?
It's legal in Florida, baby.
I said he's trying to access the green, so they've legalized that now.
Yeah, so, because Diana's trying to use the green to get to Circe's island, but then when something shows up, Woodrow basically gives him the rot.
In your window, as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, but again, my fan theory, who's really the new Guardian of the Green? No.
Oh, I know who. I know. He said it. I know.
Solomon Grundy, who shows up this issue again. Money.
That's not an innuendo.
Yeah, he's been good several times. And I think that's what they're building towards. They're building towards a Solomon Grundy that can be DC's Hulk character. So he's OP because he's the Guardian of the Green. He's going to be serving a larger environmental cause. He's going to be an anti-hero because he's serving the Green, and the Green doesn't necessarily like to work with people.
Can you blame him?
No,
we got a 50-year-old yelling at people, and they think it's the wrong thing to do. Like, it's so... Yeah. I don't blame him.
How dare you!
So Grundy, he has a soul. He has Silas.
I totally thought Charlie was going to say
only sometimes.
Scooby-Doo Team Up number 50 with Batmite, but...
Oh, but and Woodrow makes the point that he was the first one to realize. It was an interesting point. Woodrow makes the point. He was the first one to realize that the Swamp Thing wasn't actually, what's his name? The Doctor.
Holland.
Yeah.
Alec Holland.
Alec Holland. But then, he's also losing who he is in his own self as he's become the Guardian of the Green, now run by the Parliament of Flowers, which are, as you might imagine, far less stable than the Parliament of the Tree. And I get the feeling that what is going to make Solomon Grundy more acceptable is that Solomon Grundy is, in his own way, the first Swamp Thing. And secondly, is, in his own way, still Cyrus Cole. That it's always been Cyrus Cole that made him, even though he is something separate, So, I don't know, I really got to feel that they're going to turn into that curve. And then Wonder Woman uses the Eclipso gem to access the moon for reasons so that she can find Hecate's face. And wackiness then ensues because, they can deal with the devil. You just might get burned.
Awesome. All right. We haven't talked any Marvel books yet, right?
I tried to. You said no.
Well, we'll read it. So, Lilith, did you read Powers of X or Powers of 10, whatever it is, number 5?
I skipped it. I'm kind of over it. I'm just waiting for all the spin-off books at this point now.
Well, we got the last issue, we got all the cloning and, Xavier jacking everyone's brain into their body and stuff.
Crazy.
Yes. But now they're, setting up their, Xavier, Magneto, and Emma Frost are, setting up, I guess Emma Frost is going to...
Now that's a three-way I can get behind. Hey.
Emma Frost is going to be, the distributor of the mutant drug.
Wait a minute. This feels vaguely familiar now. Are we doing the boys? We're doing the boys. Okay.
Very popular. What, Charlie?
I'm sorry, did you just say stripper?
No.
Distributor.
Of the mutant drug.
Well,
look who belongs on Wayne's World now.
Well, I didn't think you said stripper, although we do know how she often dresses.
Oh.
But then you played the sex music, and I was like, wait, what?
No, Lil said that's a threesome she can get behind.
Oh,
Crazy
okay.
get behind. Anyway. Oh, and then
Yeah, we really got to get Wayne's
I don't
World
think
going.
you know how
and then they've redacted most of it, but like they're setting up like a mutant council to basically run the mutant race, which is Professor X, Magneto, Emma Frost. They said they want Sebastian Shaw in there, and then the rest is redacted. But supposedly they were saying like
Is this just the new Hellfire Club? Because I feel like this is just the
maybe.
new Hellfire Club.
And they were saying, I guess they sent out like digital copies, early digital copies, where like you could see the redacted names. So there's a list here of, like the whole council. Like I said, it's Professor X, Magneto, Apocalypse, of course. They got Mr. Sinister,
He can't have a seat at our table. Get him out of here.
Mr. Sinister, Exodus, Mystique, Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost, Kitty Pryde.
Oh, for her spinoff book. Okay.
How is Kitty Pryde getting herself mixed up with these?
I don't know. And then,
Blame Mark Guggenheim.
the last,
Do not ruin my Kitty
hey,
Pryde.
the last three names.
She is good and true and
I think
pure.
the last three names, Little will vouch for: Storm, Marvel Girl, and Nightcrawler.
Yay! They didn't forget Nightcrawler.
Interesting, no Cyclops, eh?
Well, Cyclops is an idiot, so
Douche.
good.
I know.
His brother could have joined me.
So I got to go back and look at the covers to those books that are coming after House of X and Powers of X. I'm thinking there's at least one council member on each book, right?
Yeah. That's what I said. Kitty Pryde for her spinoff book. So yeah, now we all know
That makes sense.
the centerpieces of the spinoff book. Okay. Good. I see what you did there, sir. Good job.
I did some homework. But yeah,
I would love a Magneto solo book or a Magneto and Professor X team up book.
they'll probably show up somewhere. Maybe the actual X-Men book.
No, that's too much to ask.
So is this the one that takes place in the present?
What?
Or is this the one that jumps around time?
No, they did jump around a little bit in this. Like towards the end, they jumped around a little bit, but
It's not as
yeah, I think House last week was pretty much stayed in the present, but yeah, Powers was the one that was jumping around.
Okay.
And then
I'm glad you're enjoying
yeah,
yourself.
well, no, like,
I'm glad it gives you happy.
well, the beginning of the issue, remember we were talking about, Xavier putting everyone's minds back in their bodies when they regrew him after they died.
That's not how this works. That's not how
Well, they
of
showed
this
in the
works.
past, in the beginning of this issue, Professor X goes to Forge. The guy who gets no respect to Target. It went to Forge. Check out our social media for that joke. Yeah, Professor X goes to Forge, and like back in the day, and he's like, he needs his help building like a big, backup servers and.
Wait a minute. Is Forge the Hephaestus of the X-Men universe? Underappreciated?
I mean, Xavier's basically
Overlooked and overworked?
I need servers all over the world to keep backup copies of everyone's mind, and I need big enough
But
memory
here's
to
the
keep
thing,
everyone's mind.
Wait a minute. It's like
is
that
freaking
show.
1940s Arnhem Zola technology. It's not how
The
this
entire
works.
mutant race.
Here's the thing, you can make an argument that, like, if you pull someone to the astral plane and then put them into that clone body, that is arguably still their soul.
Mhm.
But otherwise, you're just uploading data. You're just Tony Starking it. And it's
I mean, if the brain is
now
the
we're
soul, then
manufacturing
technically,
it.
yeah, maybe that is how this works.
And of course, they're throwing in a MacGuffin too, because I believe there's Shi'ar technology involved. So, if you're going to say that,
Make it right.
if you're saying Earth technology can't do this, there is also alien technology involved. So, I think he actually said something about Shi'ar crystals too. So,
Crystals, Charlie's nemesis.
Oh, well, there you go. So long as you had crystals, obviously it would all work.
Oh, just like a suburban house, mom.
crystals.
All you need is
Really,
crystals.
I have to make a meme. Crystals, the new Alan Moore.
Wait, don't sing the rest of it. We can't afford the rights.
Copyright alert.
There you go. Didn't want to interrupt that. I should hope you should. That's been a very influential cartoon in your life. Okay.
Meanwhile, I just love
I'm
him.
a much bigger fan than he is. But
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, the bikini bottom.
Yeah. So, anyway. Oh, okay. My reception on the headphone is not that good, so
Beep boop beep.
I may have to switch to the big ones. I hope the phone has enough power for them.
For super connectivity.
Are you reading Absolute Carnage, the Miles Morales stuff, Philip?
No, I haven't been picking.
Me neither.
I haven't been picking up most of the Absolute Carnage. It's just like burnout. It's too much stuff. I mean, we're barely done with War of the Realms. They're like Absolute Carnage, 20 spin-offs.
I know.
I really don't even get what the selling point of Carnage is.
People who
It's for they had to throw Sony a bone. I feel like that was in the contract. So hey, you got to pump up Carnage for our Venom 2.
your younger son, sir.
He's just Joker Deadpool. It's not as much fun as Deadpool.
Not nearly as exactly. I agree.
Well, I mean, I only use him Deadpool because he's got you can smush him and he still lives.
Carnage for what you want, violence and gore, and you don't want to think too hard, Charlie.
Okay, I like.
Well, you do, but look at our country. There's people who don't.
Okay, well, I guess so.
Did you read Ghost Spider?
Yes, I
Philip?
did. Number 2, yes, I did.
How good is this
I know.
book?
Miles Warren, the Jackal, the 616 Jackal.
It is just the beginning of the fall semester. Oh my!
He's just like, ooh, a young.
I know. Right?
As she's munching on her kale chips.
Anyway,
Which are delicious and you should try with a little bit of hot sauce.
You are my wife. Hot sauce.
Hot sauce makes everything better, and it speeds up your metabolism, even if slightly.
Oh, nice. Whoa! Charlie's apartment was underwater. Screaming all the and if anyone wants a review of Batman Superman number 2, stay tuned Sunday night. Tyler and I will talk about it during our review of the finale of Pennyworth.
How many episodes? Ooh. I mean, how many episodes did that end up being?
Well, 10.
Or 10.
And
great. Now it can come to.
And there's been no announcement whether it's going to go on or not, so we could get a season 2 possibly.
Hold on.
Like I said,
I remember.
I didn't know the ratings.
Xbox have tried to do a TV show, and it was only streaming on Xbox.
Yeah.
It was based on Powers.
Powers. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, at least.
But I didn't go out and buy an Xbox because.
Well,
I want to see a cartoon show. I want to see a TV show.
You didn't need. You could have just got PlayStation View as an app.
Yeah, but with Epics, it's not as bad because you can add it to your DirecTV package, or I think you can get it through Amazon Prime and stuff. I mean, yeah, you got to pay for it, but I mean,
for $5.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's not like it's just on PlayStation. Yeah, you can get it basically on your cable or through Amazon Prime. You just got to pay for it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's I don't know if they're going to get it through a season 2 or not. Because I don't know what the ratings are, but I don't know.
They don't do ratings anymore on Wikipedia.
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. It's how much, what would Epix consider a success? Because they really don't have anything else. What number would make it worth it for them to continue with the season 2, viewer wise? Doesn't happen.
Epix is such a small station.
That's what I'm saying.
$1.5 million viewers.
Unless I mean,
it's got to be at least doing Deadwood.
I mean, it's like a Batman spinoff, so you think they're doing something.
Oh, they're technically not part of the Nielsen's rating system. So they can do whatever they like.
It's a broadcast channel.
Well, that's an.
It's not a streaming service. That's a cable channel.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Are they just too new?
Well, it says they opted out.
Yeah, or are they too new?
Where it doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
Or maybe their Nielsen ratings are just non-noticeable.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they don't move as much as they used to.
Because not for nothing, Nielsen does check streaming.
Huh.
Yeah, they do.
So basically, the only thing is going to be is it profitable for them? So it's what number they have to hit to
How much? I mean, I don't even know how much an episode they spend.
I don't know. I mean,
nobody knows.
I mean, it's basically. I mean, you don't need a lot of special effects. It's just fake gunfire and blood and stuff. But it's just and you got to make everything look old.
It's a lot of sets.
Yeah, it's the sets. Yeah,
a lot of costumes. And honestly, that practical stuff costs
more
because all those guys are union. The guys who make digital stuff, those guys ain't union yet. They don't have a union.
Yeah.
So You want a guy to do like really nice practical effects. That guy, he's got a union
Yeah.
card. He's got health benefits. He costs
I just
money.
wa-
Or she
I
costs
just-
money. That's not
I just wonder, like, if they're what they're making on advertising, if anything, because I know if you watch online, there's like no commercials, so it's like,
Epic doesn't do advertising. It's like HBO.
okay,
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
so
it's a channel.
so yeah, because you have to add it extra for like your cable package and stuff. So yeah, I just wonder if that's their determiners, like, you know, if we get so many
Yeah. How many
subscribers,
subscribers they got. And they may have gotten a bunch of subscribers for Alfred.
yeah, maybe.
Because if I was the kind of guy for whom money was no object, I might add Epic. You know, if I was the kind of guy who was like, oh, yeah, I can spend an extra $5 a month for a TV show. You know? So, for example, I'm sure a lot of Gotham fans did. So here's what I'll say. I will guarantee you that at least it's doing it well.
Yeah.
No.
Well, again, yeah, too. It's like you're not paying extra. You weren't paying extra on Fox like you are for Epic. So,
Well, yeah.
but I mean, it did get them like attention because again, I had never heard of Epic.
Never heard
until
of Epic
Pennyworth,
before, yeah,
until they
exactly.
mentioned they were going to be on Pennyworth was going to be on there. So,
You know, what's funny is Epic actually had a deal before Netflix got it to get all of the Marvel movies. And then all of a sudden they did not get that deal. And then Netflix got
oh
the
yeah, they
deal.
probably wanted a pretty penny for that, for the Marvel stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, I actually think what happened was that Netflix outbid it.
Oh yeah.
I think that Disney was more than happy to use Epic as its cable provider for first-run Marvel movies. And then all of a sudden, Netflix said, hey, if we paid you $10 million, can we do it? And Disney was like, yes, that would be fine.
All right. So yeah, I just wanted to mention, check out our review of Pennyworth Sunday night, and we'll talk about Batman Superman #2.
We'll be here. So, well, you boys still have to do super connectivity, so I guess we should wrap it up.
And I have to be cool.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that on Super Connectivity, Agents of Wakanda.
Agents of Wakanda.
And we'll talk Captain America. We'll talk Superior Spider-Man.
Yes.
Mephisto.
Ooh.
Oh, by the way, I did read, at least I read a part of it. It came out on Wednesday. I finally read some of it.
He's catching up, people. It's okay.
It's still a good book.
He read some of it.
I love Alternative Comics, and I wish I had more time to read it more. And I wish my eyes were better, because my eyes are not good. But as always, Log is the real anchor of the platform, and they have an Agent 87, which is like secret agent lady set in like the 1930s, and sufficiently awesome. She fought a cyborg this week. Well worth the $1.90.
Oh my god! You just put an idea in my head. I have to get into the world of fan fiction. Oh my lord! Or Lilith Hellfire, Agent 69. That's all I'll say.
Okay. I don't know what that story will be about. Will she fight cyborg countesses trying to poison New York City?
No, that's a little derivative.
Oh yeah,
You'd be fighting squeeze bags in Florida.
Yes. Florida Man is my arch
Sounds
nemesis.
good to me.
Florida Man is an organization, not just one man.
It is. Exactly.
Florida Man. It's a bunch of dots. FLORDIA.
You could tell who they are by their uniform, the mullet.
And the wife beater.
Oh. All right. All right. So we get out of here.
Let's do it.
Sure, why not?
All right. So yes, join us for Super Connectivity. Me and Charlie are going to talk a whole heck of a lot of Marvel. All right. But meanwhile, in the meantime, send your thoughts on everything, and remember, Joker movie review next weekend, and then we'll get our boyfriend Mozman Zor back. So email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/capesandlunatics, @capeslunatics on Twitter, Capes and Lunatics on Instagram. Check out Work in Progress, capesandlunatics.org, and subscribe to the Capes and Lunatics YouTube channel, our weekly newsletter, capesandlunatics.home.blog. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And you can watch us live on the Capes and Lunatics Facebook, Twitter, and at getvocal.com/channel/capes. Lilith Hellfire, where can people find you fighting Florida Man?
If you want to follow me on Twitter, the Arrowverse is coming back to life pretty shortly, next week, I believe. So might want to tune in for my snark there at Lil Hellfire. And for my sidekicks and Capes Lunatics peeps, Lil Hellfire 69 over on the gram.
Fight me, nerd.
And Charlie Esser.
Well, if you'd like to write to me at all, that email way the way our mothers and fathers once did, you can do so at superconnectivityblog at gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com.
You got an echo there.
Follow me on the Twitter. As I live tweet Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Cloak and Dagger, and many other shows when I feel like it. At Charlie Esser. That's C-K-R-L-I-E. Let's harmonize. I'm ready. That's C-H-A-R-L-I-E-E-S-S-E-R. Look for the two E's in the middle.
The artificial.
There you go.
We have the artificial monster on board this week.
Ah, I got you.
All right. We'll harmonize this. All right. Remember, everyone, homework, go see Joker, and then come back here next week as we review it. But for another week, we have been the Capes.
And the Sun.
Lunatics! Yay!
It's not been 69.
With a very special guest
Oh.
star, Lil Hellfire.
Now you know that, right, Lil? Agent 69. We're gonna make.
What is that? Rule 34 of fan fiction. If it doesn't exist, you must write it.
It's one of those characters. I won't write it. She'll write herself.
Well, the
Probably literally.
Don't forget, she has a terrible Irish accent.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you need a ticket there.
Pretty much, yeah.
No,
There's an ad for the
That's the
DVD.
whatever.